Last week, US and European share markets made weekly gains for the first time in several weeks. It does seem like the European debt rescue package has settled down fears for now. However, in the US, some industries are facing some headwinds. Banking stocks were down last week after the New York Attorney's Office opened another legal case against 8 US banks regarding whether they misled some investors into some investment products. Dean Foods, America's largest dairy company, also fell 35% last week after announcing much weaker than expected quarterly profit levels. Despite this, US retail sales and industrial production were up over the past month, providing further indications that the US economic recovery is stabilising. The New Zealand dollar traded between 71 and 73 cents against the US dollar for the better part of last week. It did drift off towards the end of Friday after New Zealand retail sales data was weaker than expected. Retail sales grew by only 0.2% over the first quarter of 2010. Food items and other discretionary spending was weaker, and this does suggest that New Zealand households are still taking a fairly safe approach. Credit growth data recently has indicated that households are saving a bit more and deciding to repay more debt. This is a similar instance that we are seeing in the agricultural sector at present. We are starting this week off trading at 70.8 against the US dollar on Monday morning. US imported beef prices did slip last week. There has been some talk for a few weeks now that retailers have been struggling to increase their retail price despite wholesale prices increasing over the past few months. Perhaps now we are starting to see a little bit of pressure put back down the supply chain. Packers have also increased their slaughter over the past week in order to take advantage of the higher prices that have been on offer recently. Despite the outcome of the past 2 weeks in the US market, we are still pretty positive about increases for US beef prices down the track. This should flow through to New Zealand farm gate prices. While we aren't expecting to see a surge in scheduled prices here in New Zealand, there are some positive factors emerging in time.